Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Oh, yeah. Oh, please like and subscribe. Yeah. That good. Yeah. Ha ha ha.
Hello, peoples. Hello, potentially one persons. Oh, start. Let's hit that start button. Okay. Right, I'm gonna have to join the farm. Join farm. Jump in our Case IH and finish mulching this field. Also have to cultivate it. Okay. Mulcher, I have it on mulcher. You bought a bigger mulcher? I bet that'd be wonderful. Sorry, I'm not listening to you for some reason. Okay, sorry, what? Got a mod, a roller. You're not making any sense. I thought you said you bought you got a mulcher? That is both a mulcher and a roller? Oh. I'm not following it all. She goes, I'll continue and talk to you tomorrow. I guess I've been written off for the day. I'm tired. I just got home. Wow. I ate and had a shower, but or are we using both of those? We're not. Okay, let me go look at them. Which one are we using? Why is that one active? Why is that installed then? We're using that little old one. Yeah. You just thought we weren't using that one? You don't. I was trying to get for the oldest school stuff we can get for this game. So far it's working out. We got 40 grand. I played the game a bit during the week. Yeah. I sold our crops. And then planted new crops. And then harvested those crops and they're back in the what's going on here. So you should keep an eye on ours and see when we have to sell stuff. I don't know where we are right now at selling. Should we be selling something right now? I don't know. soybean. It's soybean. I don't know if we have soybean. How do I see that? Soybean. No, we have 0 soybean. This time of year I should be looking at those prices. This field can be cultivated. Nothing can be seeded yet, but tea is good. Not sure if I've been taking care of the chickens. They're out of food. Okay, so good thing. I just realized I'm like, maybe I should be feeding the chickens. I didn't. He says they're almost out of food, but they have lots of eggs. Okay, good thing I didn't play anymore. Yeah, so they need more feed. Yep, letting all mature, not selling any. I sold the rooster. Just doing egg. No rooster needed for eggs. They're all producing eggs now? Yeah, awesome. So they're good. Yeah, sure, go ahead, go feed them. Yes, we have a bucket. Yep, you can use the bucket there to feed them, yep. That's a good shortcut, I forgot about it. I bought the bucket to pick up all the rocks and sell the rocks when there was a great demand for rocks. I still want tab to go through these one after another. I always hit tab. I'm like, no, I have to manually actually click on them. Yeah, but I still have to. I usually would do that with keyboard, right? And then I still have to drag the mouse up there, right? Still have to put a hand to. I have to move a hand. It's not the most convenient. Oh! So you could get a trailer that's a tanker that would carry herbicide. So you could go buy pallets over there, grab the trailer, fill that with herbicide. Oh, that's good. I like that idea. Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah. Cultivator. Wonder if anyone's going to get the $15 gift card today. Cultivator up. I'm not upgrading any of our equipment until we buy the next piece of land. Speaking of which, what piece of land should we buy? It's completely up to you. What piece of land you want to buy, and what do you want to buy in animals next? Yep, we would need grass and hay then. And where would we place those said animals? So sheep. Let's take a look at animals. Sheep. Takes up quite a bit of space. Yeah, that's a small one. So we would have to buy a property over here if we wanted it there. If we bought this property here, we could put a pasture in this field. Like we did with the last game, we could put a pasture in this field and the field would move over. If we bought, well, even then, we wouldn't have to buy that property. We could put the pasture in here. It would even fit down here on this, beside this rock here. It's kind of a weird part of land over here. You could put the pasture right there for sheep. So it doesn't matter which one we buy, because you could put sheep here, here, all the way along here. Yeah, you don't want to go this way because of the big hill. Hey Don. Yeah, it was even customs just goes, why were you gone over the border for so long if all you did was go to Portland? Okay, this is why. It took 9 hours to unload me yesterday. 9 hours to unload me. The customer wanted me there at 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, I just need to be there before 7. Because at first they wanted me later. I'm like, well, I have to be there before 7. If I don't make it there before 7, I can't show up until after 10 because of the curfews. I'm not allowed to drive with a wide load through Portland. What I wanted to do was sleep there overnight, but the crane was in the way and I couldn't sleep on site overnight. So I had to sleep like an hour out of town. So I showed up at 5:30 in the morning. Guess when they started unloading me? 7:30. I'm like, seriously guys? I was there from 5:30 to 2:30. 9 hours. The boss wanted me to be there and goes, great, if they want you at 5:30, you have an appointment. As long as you're there before 2 o'clock, they'll load you, and then you can just head home. No. 9 hours. So not only did I have to sit there for 9 hours, getting paid hourly, which is less money than if I'm driving, I didn't get a back haul, so I had to drive back empty all the way. And then, of course, I-90 is closed over the Snoqualmie. Highway 2 is closed. Highway 14 was closed because there was a crash. So I had to take I-84. Extra fuel taxes for the boss, but... Oh yeah, and then 5 is closed further up north due to flooding, and Highway 3 is closed. And now it's open now. Coquihalla is closed. So I took 84. And then I'm like, okay, I can make it to that rest area. I'm gonna sleep there. 8 minutes from the rest area. On I-90. I worked my way on 84 and then 97 up to I-90. Oh, the road's closed up here. Okay, found a place to sleep in a small town on somebody's private yard. Luckily there was somebody around. I went and talked to them and go, hey, by any chance, close I-90 down. Do you think I could spend the night over here? He goes, how long are you going to be? I'm like, 10 hours. As soon as my 10 hours are up, I'm gone. He goes, yeah, stay here and then feel free to go to that restaurant pub across the street. My mom owns that. I'm like, sweet. Got up in the morning. Highway still closed. Well, back to bed. Wake up again. Hour later, like, I can't fall asleep again. Highway still closed. Shoot. So I look at the roads and I'm like, I could take a detour around. It's going to take some time, but better than sitting here. So I sat there. I'm like, let's see if they update it. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I'm like, okay, forget it. I'm going detour. Jump on the detour, but halfway through the detour, stopped, took a break, looked at the update. Oh, look, the road's open. I could have just waited and made exactly the same amount of time. That was a poor decision on my behalf. I should have just been patient and just waited. But I didn't. And then I got home, finally. And then I'm back to work Monday morning again, so I'll have just tonight off and then tomorrow off. So, short weekend. I asked the boss, it's like, hey, can I have Monday off? He goes, you know me, normally I would say yes, but 2 other guys are on vacation and we have loads. If you could save that day off for the weekend after? I go, yep, I'll settle for that. Fine. I'll do that. So, yeah. It's been a rough week with all the snowstorms. And then I had a moment where I'm like, whew, I'm alive. Didn't think I was going to survive that one. One of those, that could have killed me. I was following all my tricks I always tell people. It's like, watch the mirror. Are the roads still producing moisture from the tires? Yep, it's above 0 degrees. Flying around along, the roads are wet, no big deal. Come around the corner and all of a sudden I'm facing the guardrail. Apparently there's ice under this water. And I did everything by instinct. I didn't do anything smart. It was all just instinct. All I did was hit the throttle and counter steer. By the time I was all straightened out, I was doing 120 kilometers per hour downhill, and I was working my brakes, trying to get her slowed down for the next corner. I'm like, that would have been scary if I had my brain on. Hey, Caleb. So yeah, I just wish the snow would stop. So many mornings I got up in the morning and I'm like, oh look, a foot of snow on top of the hood. Oh look, another foot of snow on the... Like our town here. I always brag that nobody shovels their snow in our town because it'll melt next week. No point of shoveling. Next day, yeah, it'll melt. Sometimes it'll last a week, right? It's like, yeah, no point of shoveling. It's gonna be gone. We just pound it down. No. Jess said everybody yesterday was using chains in town. Day before yesterday. Just hear jewelry going by. Truck after truck. Everybody's just using chains. It's like, this is weird. Even buses and everything has to chain up in that situation. So we've had a weird winter. A lot more snow than normal. What's up? What are you talking about? Huh? You said chicken. I'm like, I'm so confused. Okay, where do you want the cheap? Where you are standing. Oh, that's one of the places I suggested. Yep. We would buy that land then. Okay, so we could buy 36 here, and then plow and create some grass field. Maybe just one of them into a grass field. Decide which one, and then these fields, like this field over here, very likely will get a break in the middle of the field over here, or something like that. Cut this field in half, type of thing, and make a grass field or something. But yeah. So you could go mulch the other field, or collect the rocks on this field. That's the only two things to do right now. Mulching and rock collecting. Is this game worth buying for 50 bucks for someone who's never played these games before? No. This is what you need to do. Find out if you actually enjoy this game. Here, let's go to store, farming sim. Farming Sim 17 is only 19 bucks and it goes on sale. When this game goes on sale, buy it for 15 bucks or whatever, or even less, 12 bucks. Buy FS17 on sale. See if you actually like it, and then you can even get 15, right?
Yeah, but it said it was closer.
Farming Sim 15 is even cheaper. It's changed. The game has gotten quite a bit better since then, but even that's, it's only $14.49 and fairly cheap. So I would say if you're a first timer and don't know if you would like it, buy the cheap version of the game, old version of the game. It's still a lot of fun to play the old version. It plays exactly like the new game as far as the driving of tractors and stuff like that. There's a lot of new like animal care and stuff like that, but it would give you an idea if you would actually enjoy the game. That would be my suggestion. Can you make beer? Not without mods. With mods you would be able to. Yeah, you can get, Jess would say 19 over this game. With production and stuff, well, maybe if, like, there's not a lot of mods in this game yet. 19 has a lot of mods. And hi, Ghost Bear. And I recommend buying on Steam, unless you can get it cheaper. The field that's harvested on the other side there needs to be mulched. Right by the chickens, yep. And you got the bigger tractors, that's good because that field is a hilly field. In FS22 you would be able to make beer if you I don't know if I've seen a mod for that yet, but with production you could deliver the wheat to a distillery and and then sell beer. Probably sell beer to restaurants if you do the production chain right, if you get the right mod. Yeah, they don't even call the wine, they call it grape juice. The game is definitely PG, but you can change that with mods as mods come out. And it's multiplayer cross-platform, so depending on which mods you have installed, so people on Xbox and PlayStation can play in the same game as someone on PC. You're running the mulcher on the front? So weird. So weird. I mean, I guess it works, doesn't it? No, I'm just, that's weird too. Why? I would have to get if you get a mulcher wide enough to be the same width as your cultivator, you could run the mulcher on the front and cultivator on the back. You have to make sure the width is exactly the same width. Or even a mulcher a little bit wider would be okay. You can't run a seed roller in front because you have to roll it after you seed. No, that doesn't work. I saw our subscribers are jumping way up now. I'm at 1,668 subscribers. Pretty exciting. Well, obviously not on this channel, the main channel. I just saw that number. I'm like, oh, that's gone up. Very nice. Pretty cool. But Jess always says I get a lot more subscribers in the winter. So I guess I should stop complaining about all the snow, huh? I guess there's a large portion of the world that doesn't get snow like we do, so... or the mountains we do. So, it makes sense. Oh yeah, I took the Coquihalla last week. This week? This week? This week. I took the Coquihalla this week, so that video will get hits. Coquihalla videos always get more hits. So that's coming in a week from now. And a little bit. I think Monday night. Was it on Monday I took that? I can't remember. It's been a long week. It's been a long 2 weeks. Even though the week before was only a 3-day week, it felt like an enormously long week too. I've had problems. the way the rocks pop up could be done a little more realistically, but oh what? Of course. Heh. So, Justice informed me I ate lettuce this week or last week. That's been recalled. I was wondering why I felt like I was food poisoned all week. Like, why do I need these frequent rest room breaks? Like, I feel like I ate something that's not settling right. I'm like, what did I eat? The whole week I'm like, I don't get this. What did I eat to make me sick? Well, that makes sense if my lettuce got recalled. Let me guess, E. coli? No? It's kind of stereo something or other. Listeria? No wonder I was feeling sick all week. Thanks for the recall, but yeah, I still have the package, still halfway there. Let's see if we can return it and get our money back at least. It's the least we deserve for me being sick. Buy a pressure washer. Putting it off till we buy land. Only buying the stuff that's absolutely necessary till we buy land. I'm feeling quite warm in here. You want to turn the heat down? Huh? Heat's not on in here? Could swear the heat's on in here. Well, there's actually 3 computers going, but... yeah, and food's going too, so... all adds heat. It's supposed to be warmer next week. What could go wrong with that? All this snow, ground is frozen. Supposed to get warmer. Anyone think landslides and flooding coming our way? Mudslides? Mudslides, anyone? bonus video is up for people that are members. It's late, but it's up. So make sure you go watch that. I think it's my favorite video I've shot in a long time. I'm like, it's a shame to only put it out for bonus, but I'm like, no, I intended to shoot this for members, so if members get the best video I've made, so be it. Coca-Cola, when did I go over it? Was it Monday? It was single file basically. I think it was Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember. No, Monday. I think it was Monday. It was single file. Honestly, they could open it to cars, except that cars might try to pass, where we all just knew, okay, we're single file, nobody's going to do anything crazy, we're just all going to behave. The climbs were both lanes, but it was single file. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Considering all the other roads out there, it wasn't bad. Yeah, that was before the freezing rain. So I don't know what it's like now, but it was definitely bad winter conditions, but I was ready for worse. Made a good video. Some parts of it were pretty snowstormy, so yeah, it made a good video. I don't think I've ever driven on Coca-Cola with such a big snowstorm up there, so. But considering, it wasn't bad. I guess my definition of not bad is probably horrific for someone else, but I didn't have any issues. Either way, I'm hoping the video gets lots of hits because it was a fun one to shoot. Because that's the load I delivered to Tacoma, right? Yeah. And then I delivered this other load to Portland. I only delivered 3 loads this week? It seems winter, I just don't get a lot of loads delivered. Of course, my wide loads, live unloads take forever. You know, those places where they build the building as they unload you. Yep, huge crane unloading one panel at a time. Only 12 panels, but one panel at a time, and then they place it on the floor. You wait for the next panel. Like I said, 9 hours to get 12 panels off. Well, at first they said, we might not get you unloaded today. I'm like, well, you have to because it's Friday and I'm going home. I'm like, you absolutely have to. He goes, well, you know, the load's late because of the... I'm like, so because the other driver broke down and I was forced to take this load. What? Oh. I'm like, well, what are the hand gestures for? But they're like, the load is late. I'm like, so I'm getting punished. So basically, I said, you're punishing me because the other driver had mechanical issues, and I went out of my way to make sure I get here exactly when you want. And they're like, I'll go talk to the crane operator. He came back and goes, okay, we're going to commit to getting you unloaded by 4:30 today. I'm like, okay. I'm happy then. I'm like not happy. I want you to be unloaded in the next hour, but obviously that's not happening. But they got unloaded by 2:30, not 4:30. So better than nothing. And hey, Marka. Yeah, it was still too late to get a reload. Ugh. I look tired. I don't mind days I have to get up at 4 in the morning, but I don't like to be... Yesterday I had to get up at 7, the next day I have to get up at 4 in the morning. It's like my body can't evolve that quickly. Evolve? Probably the wrong term, but you know, I can't switch shifts that quickly. Stones. Ooh, 127. Sure, we'll go sell that. Yeah, Texas was 2-hour time difference. So yeah, those time differences kind of mess with your sleep. I mean, it's only a few hours, but still, it just zonks all the energy out of you. Yeah, there's more Texas loads in the books. I don't think he's going to send us that way until he has guaranteed back hauls. I hopefully I'm good with going back to Texas, but hopefully it's not until end of February. You know, when the weather's better and the days are longer. Don't have to worry about the curfew so much. You're overheating? It is hot in here. The heat's all the way off? Well, if I open the window, it might click on. I'll just crack the window open. Sliding door or whatever. Gotta cool off in here a bit. Yeah, I think your slow cooker and 3 computers running. Two bodies. And the hot tea. Almost $300 for that motor. Pays the fuel. So, how do you guys like Jess's streams during the week? For those of you guys that don't know, Jess is now doing streams on this channel on Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays around 3:30ish. Haven't figured everything quite out yet, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. At least that's the going idea right now. She goes, she might do extra streams more than that, but she's trying to commit to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Because Mondays and Fridays she often goes and shopping and all that other stuff, right? Chores and all that stuff. It's like, sometimes it gets in the way. Yeah, the gorge was closed. And honestly, I should have just waited. You saw the huge detour I did? Yeah, the gorge is closed. It was closed for like 14 hours. I got tired of it. I'm like, okay, you know what? I've sat here awake now for... At first I went back to bed, went back to sleep. I'm like, okay, nope, still closed. And then I'm like, I sit in there for an hour looking and looking and looking. And it's like, you guys said you're going to update it by now. No update, no update, no update. Okay, it's been an hour. Forget it. I'm going, taking the detour. And that was probably a bad decision because I got halfway around the detour and, oh, they opened the road. So I could have just sat there and gotten home at exactly the same time. So all I did was waste Sutko's gas money. So I got home at the same time I would have, waiting there. All I did was waste fuel. So that was a dumb decision. I just got impatient and I wanted to get home. No, I'm not, Jess, I think, said this even too. She just goes, if I do this many streams, for sure people aren't going to show up for all of them. There's just too many streams to have everybody show up. If some of you guys show up for one or two of them, it's like, yep, that's cool. Because on her other channel, she would get 0 people showing up the whole stream. I'm like, you know what, this is such a small channel, let's make it a combined channel, just like our trucking channel is a combined channel, except that, you know, she hasn't been there for 2 years now, thank COVID. Since the other channel is a combined channel technically, why not just make this one a combined channel too? I'm up for that. Hopefully people don't hate the idea, but on the weekends I'll be streaming on it. During the week she can stream on it. Shouldn't be too hard for people to get used to that. And anyone that has a problem with that, well, I guess you don't have to watch. Only have like 27 subscribers, so. All right, let's park this again. Have I tried the good stuff?
Not the natural. But the non-natural stuff.
She's recommending some cough medicine because I'm coughing. So I've had this tickle in my throat for 2 weeks now, and then yesterday, unloading in just absolute downpour, cold weather, just pouring rain. I put my rain gear on, but all it did was just drench into the hood. I was just soaking wet, head to toe, absolutely soaking wet. And once I had everything unstrapped and tarps all rolled up, I know halfway through I'm like, I gotta go change clothes, just get dry because this is gonna kill me. But I'm like, nope, you know what? All I'm gonna do is get soaked again. I toughed it through and just got everything cleaned up. And once I had everything cleaned up and the crane could do its thing, then I went back to the truck and changed clothes. But man, did I have a coughing fit after that. to... Yeah, let's look at... It's a good idea. Let's see. Okay. So, okay. Okay. What has been mulched? You can see by the grass, and you can see the texture difference. Slightest texture difference. There's not much of a texture difference. Enough that you know they made two separate textures for it. Yeah, the weather's been just crazy. Like Vancouver, the city where it never snows. Holy smokes, it snowed. So, actually set the GPS up. And of course, Marco, you said you had lots of flooding there when I drove through your area. Yeah, like everywhere you look, it's like every river is right to the top. Every field is just a lake. It's like, uh-oh, this is not good. That ground is so saturated, all this downpour rain has got nowhere to go. And next week's supposed to be a warm week. Guess what's going to be coming down from the mountains? Floods and mudslides. And of course the ground is frozen up higher, right? It means that none of that snow is going to go seep into the ground. It's all going to be runoff. So yeah, next week I'm headed back to Tacoma again for my first load. Same place I went this week. A bit cooler in here. No? You want to get a fan blowing on you or something? Hmm? You said talk about what? Oh, I'm like Twitch. I'm like. Reminds you, I never did see the Centralia, the black pipe load. What did I shoot that video? I talked about it in the video. I don't remember when I shot it. I can't remember. It's in there somewhere. I can't remember last Monday, let alone that load. I can't remember what the loads were before or after it. I can't. There's a while before Texas. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Agatha. Agnatha. I don't know how to pronounce your name, and I'm Mennonite. It's very sad. It's 100% a Mennonite name, but I can't pronounce it. So sad. An embarrassment to our culture. Agnatha. There we go. Agnatha. I think I got it right. Hey, Marka, there you go. I can't pronounce all the names you always keep correcting me on. I can't even pronounce my own culture's names. No, I'm looking at the texture. I'm good to do one pass, just not two. Of course, probably go by a different name. I'm trying to think. Probably Nettie or something like that. What? Oh, you jumped out of the tractor. You're what? Yeah, it shows you skipped one line there. Where's the right? Hang on. Mulched. Turn that off. No, you're good. Nope, you haven't skipped anything. You're good. Yeah. You're good. I turned the needs rolling off. Then you can see better. I just turned needs rolling off because we don't have a roller anyway, so who cares? I wish it would keep the options off when I click them off next time I loaded the game. It's like, I turned those off for a reason. Every single time I have to turn grass back on and turn needs rolling back off. It's like, remember what my settings were and leave them. Getting hungry? Had a late lunch because I got home so late. And then I ate all the snacks that you bought. She goes, I ate all the snacks on Saturday, there's nothing left for Sunday. Come home and I'm like, yep, I'm craving that, and that, yep, and that one there, yep, I'm eating all that. I don't care if I don't have anything the next day. If I see it and hankered it, nothing. Yeah, 14. That was 13:30. I was planning on being home at about 10, but the road closure had other plans. And of course, yesterday morning, I was still planning on being home Friday evening, late Friday evening. I'm like, yep, we can make that happen. The minimap doesn't show it. Okay, not the minimap. Yeah, when I cross the border, so yes, it's pretty much exactly an hour from when I get home. And OMAC is exactly another hour, so OMAC's 2 hours from home. She thought I was still cultivating. It's like, why is he running straight across? We're not done with that yet. Oh yeah, there's definitely bigger rock pickers. Much bigger rock pickers. Nope, there's much bigger rock pickers. So... that was the right. Oh, I was muted. Darn it. I was muted. So I don't know what I all just said there that's muted, but... that's true. I was talking about viewers I get, depending on what time of day I stream. I know a lot of my viewers that have been around a long time, like Iron Thunder, for example, was because I work night shift. And on weekends, I would stream at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Do not miss that at all. No. That is something not to be missed. Jess is mulching in the rain. Mulching in rain. Have you mowed grass in rain? Why should you not mow grass in the rain? Yeah, it sticks inside of that mower and it just clogs things up. I have a feeling mulching would do very much the same thing. And picking rocks, this tractor would be stuck so fast. Maybe not right away, but you would think the mulcher would, not the rock picker would get clogged up too, right? Everything would get clogged up. I'm gonna keep playing. But if we were playing realistic and simulating, we would pull everything off and just sit there and have do all our bookwork and paperwork, or work in the shop and repair our equipment. They should make that an option, building your own equipment. Mulching in the rain is juicy. I heard that in FS19 you could not harvest in the rain, but this game will allow you to harvest in the rain, but it reduces your yield by like 50%, so you just don't want to. Now, doing this in the rain, are we using a lot more fuel? Is the equipment breaking down faster? Did they take that into consideration? Hey, you're rocking it up there. Mark, made this field rocks comment, so Jester drove right on top of that rock, so. Of course we are funny. I feel very hungry for popcorn. What time are we eating dinner? You should make a hard cutoff for me, or else I will stream till midnight and forget about dinner. So we've been going for an hour. We've got to plan it. Well, how long am I streaming for? Another 2 hours, another hour, another 30 minutes. Half an hour to 45 minutes? Okay. Well, make sure it's done before we cut off. Apparently the cut of meat was really, really expensive, so it better taste good. I don't know if that's pretty sweet. $30 for a small roast. $40 for a small roast. Why would you buy potatoes in a bag you couldn't see into? Oh, there's just nothing else to buy. Got it. So basically, there's a supply issue with potatoes, and that was your option. Well, if they have like really, really thin skin, I'd be okay with it. No, I said I'd eat them, but I don't enjoy them. You're a dork. I appreciate you being a dork. Well, you could have gone to a different grocery store. You're funny. Yes, 19:30. Yeah, it's a good cutoff there. It's a late supper, but we had a late lunch, so it works. Pot roast and potatoes and carrots. The wheels seem to be sliding more when I hit the brakes and stuff. If I was hauling something heavier, it might be more wheel spin too. We may be using extra fuel. Might be using some extra fuel working in the rain. Broccoli, beef, and rice bowl. Never liked broccoli. Hot roast and potatoes sounds great. It does. It does. Is that a hint? She's like, I hope there's leftovers for tomorrow. Oh, don't eat the whole meal today, okay. Don't. Why would you make a backup for veggies? You know I don't eat a lot of veggies. Don't need a backup for that. Don't worry, I'm not going to eat all the carrots. I don't like this. And we have the money to fix it, so I'm going to. Fixed. Yep. Huh? Yeah, I plowed it too far into the road, so now we had enough money. I'm like, it's only going to be a couple bucks. Let's fix it. I don't mind the taste of veggies. I don't like the texture. The texture. I'm such a texture person, and I'm just like, nope. Last time Jess made carrots, I'm like, wait, I'll have more of those. The texture was right. But too soft, I don't like either. They can't be mushy. They like. It's a texture thing. It's all a texture thing. Like, I hate onions. I love the flavor of onions. Just puts onion powder in everything, but I hate the texture of an onion. Yeah, love the flavor of peppers. Hate the texture of them. But I don't like them under. I don't know. They just have to be that perfect So, Jess was so surprised when I did a thing in Belize. Because I hate the food. Nope, not touching that food. Never. I'm not eating watermelon. Nope. They're not right. Mom had watermelon in Belize, and I'm chowing down on watermelon. And Jess is like, what? What is going on here? You hate watermelon. I'm like, I hate the watermelon we get in Canada. I hate the watermelon we buy in stores. Not in Canada. The watermelon we got out of our own garden in Manitoba. Good watermelon. Had that all the time. Yeah, it can be too crunchy too. Overcooked or undercooked. Just, yeah. And I don't like them raw. Nope. There's a weird thing, texture thing. Mom said when I was a little kid I picked up a marshmallow, picked it up by touching a little bit of the marshmallow on the tippy of my finger and thumb, and just said, yuck. Don't like that texture. Yeah, Jello, gummy bears. Nope. The flavors are fine. Well, anything in the store has been picked way too early, not even close to ripe. And then they let them ripen on the shelves. They get the right color, but they don't. It's not the same. You're not getting the nutrients from the ground. You just don't get the same flavor. Like a watermelon picked from the garden at just the right time has that perfect texture and that sweet flavor that is just right. Like I cannot eat something watermelon flavored. I'm like, if I want to eat rotten tomato or rotten watermelon, I can go eat a rotten watermelon, because watermelon flavored always tastes like rotten watermelon. End of the bananas as we know them? Yes. Did I watch it on YouTube or was that what's his name? I've subscribed. Here, new tab. Other channel. What? What? No. What is this?
You're on browse channels.
I don't know how I got there, but who cares? I'm not looking for that anyway. Maybe Johnny Harris? Yep. Okay. No, that's not it. I swear I'm close. That's not.
That was interesting, though.
That was interesting. Very interesting channel, Johnny Harris.
Because he talked about how
I thought it would be him that had the banana story.
it was all about canal and all that.
Yeah. I wouldn't know where else to look. But Johnny Harris, good channel. I enjoy it. Brings up interesting subjects. I don't always agree with everything he says, but it still makes you think. In fact, I don't agree with a bunch of stuff he says, but I like the thought that he makes me think about. Right? I think that's important. When I never don't watch something because I don't agree with what they're saying if they're explaining what they're saying in an intelligent way. If it's conservative or liberal, doesn't matter to me. As long as what they're saying is said in a thoughtful way and they've actually thought what they're saying and have done their research. And I understand why they got to their point of view. Oh, okay, cool. I see why you said what you said and think the way you think. Basically, it was done with research and true, real facts, no alternative facts. Can't see till tomorrow. You can pick the rest of those rocks. Jess is like, nope, there's nothing for me to do. Not picking the rocks, apparently. Not that anything I say is intelligent, but I'm also not trying to tell a story. That's where a cultivator belongs. Yikes. What? Lend you a hand. You're not hot. She's like, is my forehead hot? No, you're cold to the touch. What does the word pragmatic mean anyway? I understand the basic concept of how the word is used. So, but I don't believe I actually know the definition of what the word actually means. Hey, Mr. Edwards. I thought that was hilarious. And now you're calling me a goofball. Great. I'm getting insulted. I'm kidding. In this title? Well, then fix it. I spelled finally wrong. Oh. You don't know how to say the word I wrote up there. Well, then fix it. You can log in and fix it. You're gonna log me out? End stream. It's like, no, that's not what I told you to do. It would have a heart attack if you tried to live stream the same channel, but you can log into the same channel multiple times. That way you can have editors in there live editing titles and live editing stuff in... What? We have 2 new subscribers on this channel. Hey, cool, thanks! Pregnant? Oh no. Describing a word with words that are too big. Darn it. Okay. Pragmatism is a physiological tradition that considers words and thoughts as tools and instruments for prediction, solving problems, and action. Okay, so you're not pragmatism. You're not using pragmatism because you're using your words way too big words, and you're not solving the problem. You have to answer that word in a more pragmatic way. Thought that was good. I think that also proves that I understood what, if I used it right, it proved that I was using it right. Hey Bryce. Hey, I grew up in a third world country. I don't know some words. And I think it's important when I don't understand something, I'm like, wait, I would like to know what that actually means. I'm going to say. Bryce, you into farming? Hey, Andrew. Oh, you just got farming 22 today? I've been enjoying it. The most important mod for the game is GPS, so as long as you get that one, all the rest you're fine with. I'm guessing you played farming since 19, or one of the whatever. Hi Milo. Andrew, how was my day? I'm home, and finally is spelt right now. I'm finally home. It's been rough. I wanted to be home last night, and I didn't get home till today, or till late afternoon. Well, mid-afternoon today. So, oh, before I run all the way to the store, what's the price of stones? Yeah, they're too low. Okay, where do I just dump them here somewhere? I'll dump them and sell them when the price is higher. Price of rocks, it's like it's not worth driving all that way unless it's a good price. Marka, how dare you? How dare you not get the misspelling? I can't believe we got this far into the stream, like an hour and a half before Jess caught the misspelling. Looks like a good place for rocks. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Come on here. Okay. Almost done this. Rock picking here, and then we'll skip to the next day. Hey Dakota. It's been a long time since I watched a NASCAR race. Well, thanks, Bryce. I'm thinking of watching hockey. I miss watching hockey. Yeah, I could watch some more hockey. I did just go back and went and finished watching the newest episode of Boba Fett. I enjoyed that. It's only a second episode, and really into that. You love hockey? Who are you cheering for? Jess, who are you cheering for? Red Wings, right? No? Really? You jumped the bandwagon from the Red Wings? Bryce goes with Wings. She just goes, they really sucked the last few years, so she's not a true fan because she's going to jump ship. Winnipeg Jets all the way for me. It was Phoenix Coyotes till Winnipeg Jets came back, but Winnipeg Jets. Why the Coyotes? Because that was the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg Jets got sold and became the Coyotes, and when Jets got recreated, I'm like, okay, sorry Coyotes, I'm off your bandwagon. The real Jets are back now. You could debate that Coyotes are the real Jets, but I played a lot of hockey in school. I mean, like, every recess, every lunch break, after school, from the end of school till it was way past bedtime. Played hockey. We just need Farmer Joe to wake up and hit the sleep button. You're talking about hockey and she's like gone. And we played hockey with a hockey stick and skates. There was no other gear. Okay, so we've got weeds here. We've got weeds there. We can seed. And let's just look at the back here. Yeah, that's ready to harvest. I'm going to do the harvest first. Oh, we got lots of eggs. Hey, Mila Girl, we have to give people a benefit of the doubt. First thing, a lot of comments like that are either done by a very, very young person or by someone that doesn't speak English. So that's why some of that might be like that. Just keep that in mind. Hey, thanks, Bryce. I know we don't have a lot of subscribers on this channel. It's my second channel. I started this channel a little while ago just to keep gaming off of the other channel. So, yeah, we can weed both. No, they need to be seeded first. So feel free to seed at least one of those fields. What's my first channel? There should be a link in the description below. It says my main channel, and it's I do an hour long vlog of me trucking. You gonna put a link in? Thanks. And that one's got 1,600-ish subscribers, so we're a little bigger there. Still small potato YouTuber. I think we can only see one thing. So we can only see canola. So if you want to see canola, feel free. I've stopped doing ATS on that one too. I've moved all the gaming here. And, well, honestly, I've stopped doing ATS. I'm sorry, but I do it once in a while, but I'm just not in the mood to do ATS. After trucking all week, sometimes it's hard to go do more trucking. Next stream? Probably in 14 hours from now. I'd say in about 14 hours from now. Tomorrow morning, about 9 a.m. Mountain Time, Pacific Time? Pacific Time, not Mountain Time. I was in Mountain Time. No, not that was a week before. See, I'm confused. Most of the time I stream Sunday mornings and Saturday mornings, except today, you know, I didn't get home from work. Oh, and this channel during the week, on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, you'll see a stream at about 3:30 a.m. Pacific Time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time, and that'll be Jess playing, so that will not be me streaming. So this channel has me and Jess doing live streams. I do it on weekends, she does it during the week. Yeah, we're at 1915, 1914 now, 7:15 p.m. Marka, stop hinting that we're gonna stop the stream soon. Because yes, it is almost time for food. I'm gonna eat supper, a very late supper. But I'm okay with that because I had a late lunch. Yeah, so you're 3 hours out from us. So I live stream about 9 a.m. in the mornings on Saturday and Sundays, and that would be noon for you. So look for me Saturday and Sundays at around noon your time, Bryce. By the way, where on the hand are you from? Unfortunately, you can't hold up your hand and show me where you are. Or are you a Youper? Please don't say you're a Youper. South Leon. Did I pronounce that right? Yeah, we visit Michigan. Well, pre-COVID, we visited Michigan every 2 years. So yeah, basically you're pretty close to Detroit. Lion? Lion. So you pronounce it Lion, okay. Oh, you mispronounced it. Or misspelled it. Got it. Never mind. All good. So, yeah, you're pretty close to Detroit then. Sister-in-law lived near Detroit. Novi, yeah. They lived in Novi. Why such a small combine? Because that's all we can afford right now. I refuse to do loans and play... You know what? Actually, we're playing on medium difficulty for the first time ever. I've decided this map does not have contracts and we shouldn't play on hardest level because it'll take forever to get anything. I make this game as hard as possible. Well, no. If that was true, I would be playing survival mode, but... but I make the game hard. So... We'll buy a new combine, well, new everything bigger, once we buy some more field. I have a rule, no loans, no leasing, because it makes the game too easy. Jess says, join her stream on this channel during the weekdays, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. She does it differently. She's okay with loans and leases. She does leasing. I have personal experience with leasing. I hated leasing. It was a good waste of money. But I can see how leasing could also save money because if you have bigger equipment. But in this case, there's no point of leasing a bigger combine when this combine can do the job just fine. If we had so much fields that we couldn't keep up and didn't have the money to buy a new combine, then it would be worth leasing just to keep up with all the harvesting. But so yeah, these, like right now we have just these couple of fields. Our equipment, we can easily keep up with the fields, so that's why the small little combine, which is actually full right now, almost. Oh, we're harvesting sorghum. I saw sorghum for real for the first time in my life when I drove to Texas a couple weeks ago. Hadn't seen it before. And cotton. I saw them harvest cotton. That's the first time I've ever seen that in real life too. It's kind of neat. Oh, there's Jess. Seeding canola? Seeding canola. Also really small seeder. And this is multiplayer. Anybody can join. Not that there's much to do on this farm. And the harsh rules. She goes, nobody wants to join your harsh rules. Favorite brand of tractor? Versatile. Big tractors anyway. If it was a smaller tractor, like a small garden tractor, I would go with Massey Ferguson. But versatile. Mainly because I grew up in Manitoba. When I say I grew up, take that with some grain of salt, because I grew up everywhere. But when I grew up in Manitoba, Versatiles were everywhere. It's a Manitoba company. Versatiles are made in Manitoba, so almost every farmer in Manitoba has at least one Versatile on their farm. It was nice to see them in game here. For the first time. I was pretty excited about it. Before this they were mods, but never in game. Yeah, we can actually buy them here without mods now. That's not a Versatile. There we go, Versatile. They don't make this as a tracked version, do they? No, I can't change. In real life, they have tracked version too. I'm sure someone's going to mod it and make a tracked version. Yeah, John Deeres are pretty popular up here too. It's funny when I'm driving down the highways, you see an area where every equipment, every tractor out there is a John Deere, and then you hit another part of all of a sudden every tractor you see is a Case IH. And I think what makes a person a John Deere person or a Case IH person is how near do you live to the dealership? A farmer wants a dealership to be close so they can get repairs done quickly. Like when you're watching Welker Farms, why do they run Case IH? Because they have a Case IH dealership really near. Why does Millennial Farmer run John Deere's? Because they have a John Deere dealership really nearby. Just as we need to call it. Okay, soon. 8 minutes. Food time. There are places where you have multiple dealerships nearby. Then farmers have a little more choice, but that is very often what determines what kind of tractors you have in an area. Ford trucks always seem to be along with John Deere's. I never really noticed that. Ford trucks are kind of a done thing, though. They kind of phased out with their big rigs. Yeah, Chevy makes sense. Well, Michigan could be Chevy and Ford, thanks to Motor City. And then, was it the Michelin company that had that huge tire on the side of the highway? I remember driving that through there as a kid, seeing that massive giant tire that was like 4 stories high. I don't know how high it was, but it felt like 4 stories high. Might not be as massive now if I drove through past it now. Oh, Margaret, you're thinking farm pickups, not. I'm thinking big rigs, and yeah. You can see why I would think big rig. I'm trying to think. Welker Farms, they run Chevys, right? So what does Millennial Farmer, I don't know what they run. I think they've got Chevys too. They both run Chevys. Hey, Daver. Don't have to. Then why does it get tiring if you want to? Here, I would say we have a lot of Toyota mixed in. A lot of Toyota mixed in. We have our fair share of Ford, Chevy, Dodge a bit. Not a lot of Dodge, but there's Dodge. Nissans. But Toyotas, you see a lot of Toyotas in this area. I'm not brand loyal. I'm not brand loyal at all. Sorry, Daver. I think you're saying you're from Serbia, or I think you're saying you're from Serbia. But I only speak English, and well, ein klein bisschen Deutsch. Hey, you're welcome, Bryce. I don't know how entertaining I am, but niedlich. Sorry, Daver. I understand you don't speak English, but I don't speak your language either. I'm not even sure what language you guys speak over there. Yeah, Marcus, Serbian, not Siberia. Serbian, as in the Middle East ish area. No, is it Serbia Middle East? I don't know. I'm uneducated when it comes to. Yeah, is that part of Europe? Could be part of Europe. Yeah, that might be European. The bottom part of Europe there. And Milo's talking in German now. Dies Spiel ist This game is, I don't know that last word. Marka, of course, what is that? This game is something. This Spiel ist. I'm not good at languages either, Bryce. I grew up learning at home Plattdeutsch, which would be a dialect of German. And then in school I had to learn German. Just my very first 3 years of school. But also first 3 years of school I learned a different version of English, which made it even harder to learn the real English that we speak here in Canada, North America. So I always have issues with words and spelling, and I'm pretty. But my younger education has messed me up pretty good for languages. So English is the North American Canadian English is technically my fourth language, even though, well, having said that, for a year I learned Spanish and don't know a word of it, but and I learned French in Ontario for a year and a half. So I have introductions to several languages. German, I would have a very hard time speaking it and reading it, but Plotich, I would have difficulty at first, aber med tid würde kommen. Well, in Belize, there's so much Creole in English, right? Even though our school was technically English, it wasn't Creole English. Still, Creole English sneaks into everything you do because Creole English is spoken everywhere, right? So it's a completely different dialect of English. I bet you wouldn't understand someone speaking Creole English, because I certainly cannot understand someone speaking Creole English. If we speak slowly, I can communicate with someone with Creole English, but it's hard for me. So really, I don't know any languages. I am the best at Canadian English, but I'm not good at it. Yeah, when I talk to Mom, I talk in English, and she talks in Plotich. It is hilarious to watch people when we're out in public and we do that. People look at us so confused. It's like, yes, we are having a two-language communication here, and yes, they're only hearing one half of it. Marka, do you just hate us that much and you want to get rid of us? Jess says she's going to finish her field and then we'll call it. And Milo Girl, we're going to log off soon because Marka tells us we have to. You go ahead and give him a lecture for that. Put him in a corner. I bet you could hear someone speaking Reese English. Yeah, you're about to do it to Marka. Speaking of underpaid, apparently we're all going to get raises, so we'll see how that goes. I only got home a couple hours ago, Milo. Oh no, don't tell me Bryce loves Reese cups as much as Milo Girl does. Oh, you want a raise? I thought you said Reese. Okay. I think we could all go for a raise. Oh, this trailer's full. Okay, let's go bring that to our storage. You're still spelling Reese wrong, but my favorite chocolate bar is a Coffee Crisp. Oh wait, you guys don't even know what a Coffee Crisp is. You have a new version of Kit Kat to try. You know what? I should buy a bunch of Coffee Crisps and a bunch of potato or ketchup flavored potato chips, and bring them in the big rig, and then when I go down to places like Texas, just give them out to people and see what they think. Double coffee crisp. Yeah, actually you're right. There is a bar that's better than a Coffee Crisp. It's Purdy's version of a coffee. It's just a coffee bar. There's no crisp in it, but Purdy's makes a really good coffee bar. I don't think I've ever had a double coffee crisp. I don't know if I would like that one as much. You have more of a cream flavor, right? More cream, more sugar. Double just means two cream, 2 sugar. If you're not Canadian. All Canadians know what a double is. You don't have to like a double, but you must know what a double is to be a Canadian. You must know that while you're watching a hockey game. Oh, and I have such a hard time eating pancakes not in Canada. I had pancakes in the US and it was like, oh right. No maple syrup here, huh? Like, darn it, how do you eat pancakes without maple syrup? I thought of asking, I'm like, nah, there's no way they have maple syrup hidden in the back of the restaurant somewhere. Apparently maple syrup's expensive in the US. It's not expensive here, but it's still, maple syrup is stored in a huge, secure vault. Maple syrup is treated like gold here. Literally. I'm not making this up. One of the biggest robberies that has ever happened in Canadian history is maple syrup robbery. The vault actually released a bunch of maple syrup this year because the crop was not as good this year, so they released some extra maple syrup out of the vault. So the vault has a little less maple syrup in it. There are so many places that serve maple syrup. Yeah, I guess you live closer to... Because I was in... Where did I... In Utah, and there was no maple syrup around. Okay, maybe you guys don't think maple syrup is expensive, but it's expensive compared to what we're paying. Oh, you don't know the definition of drowning your pancakes until you've seen me drown a pancake in maple syrup. But the whole pancake better be squishy of maple syrup. You're down that field? Okay, I'll just wait till I see you log out and then we'll call it a day. Also, you guys don't have barbecue sauce for your subs in the US. Bryce, your uncle makes maple syrup? Yeah, it's just so good. Yeah, it's a lot of work. There's a reason why maple syrup is expensive, because you literally have to go out and tap each tree and let it slowly drip in. A bathtub full of maple syrup with one pancake in it. Okay, you know what? Yeah, you've drowned that pancake, alright. Yep, hats off to you. Oh, you remember the heist story? The maple syrup heist story? Yeah. Yep. Seriously, there's documentaries about this heist. Just look for the Canadian maple syrup heist and YouTube will provide. $20, $30 a bottle, yeah, that's... Yeah, ouch. $10 will get you a good sized bottle. $14 for 1 liter? I guess that's not that cheap either. I guess you guys don't know what a liter is. Wait! Do you guys call 2 liters 2 liters in the US? Why do you guys call 2 liters 2 liters in the US? 2 liters of pop is called 2 liters in the US. What is up with that, you Americans? Answer me that. Because calling it whatever ounce probably didn't roll off the tongue? Yeah, you guys have 2 liters. I heard that in the US. It's like, wait a minute. You guys call those things 2 liters? That's liters. You guys realize your metric there? Well, you guys make a different name for everything else. Everything else that is metric you rename to imperial. Now, I've never heard of a 3 liter. I'm getting tied up. Makeup, well, I've put on makeup before. I've also painted my nails. Was it Cam and you that painted my nails? Just Cam painted my nails? You're right about that. That's true. 12 ounces is easier to say than 355 milliliters. You're right. I guess we do use ounces up here too. I think we use a lot of imperial because of all the stuff we import from the US. And you can look at any package and you will always know if it was meant to be sold in Canada or not. If it has French on it, it was meant to be sold in Canada. Legally, all things in our grocery stores have both French and English on them. Everything. There's a special import food clause, but it has to be they have to get like permits and stuff, and most of the time they stick a French sticker over top of those imports. And this is how Canada and the US go. Hey, you know what, Milo girl? Canada is so nice. If we invaded the US, we would take over half of the US before anybody would go, what are you talking about? Canadians aren't taking over the... No, they're way too nice. They would never do that. We'd take over half the country before anybody would notice it. Wait, really? We're really... Nobody believes that. That's fake news. You're threatening to pierce my other ear? That's not really a threat. I remember when I had to get my piercing, I had to be careful which ear to get pierced, because apparently if I got the wrong ear pierced, I was gay. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be gay. I'm so terrified I would... It's so funny now. It's like, oh, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? I know I said I was going to log off 15 minutes ago. It's a fun conversation. Okay. 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 For real. Let's save game. $15 minutes ago. Yeah, 15 minutes ago. Anyway, I am out of here. No logging off. Too late. I'm already out. I'm already out. Logging out already done. I am out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining. This is a fun conversation. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. You guys rock.
This video is brought to you in part by the letter C and these YouTube members. Cookie starts with C. What other things start with C? Oh, who cares what other things? C is for cookie, and that's good enough for me. Thanks for watching. Nom 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 nom.